What's going on, people? Stone back here again with another replica belt review. Hopefully you people like it. If you don't, then you don't like it. But today we are reviewing the replica version, or cast replica version, of the WWE Winged Eagle Heavyweight Championship belt that they used, I believe, from the 88 to 98. I know they definitely took it off TV in 98 after Stone Cold won it at WrestleMania 14, but I think it was introduced in 1988. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to be looking at this belt. It's a pretty small belt in comparison to others. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was only fitting that I wear the Macho Man shirt, since he's arguably my favourite wrestler of the old school days. So yeah, we're going to be having a look at this belt. I'll highlight a couple of, one major difference from a real handcrafted version of this belt, which is a bit weird, but they've always done it on all the replicas. So like I said, this is a cast replica. Plates are pretty thick. It's very well detailed, so let's go take a look at it. Alright, so the WWE, or WWF I should say, Winged Eagle Heavyweight Championship belt. Let me just quickly show you the bag first. So on this one you get the scratch logo, and then you got Winged Eagle Replica. I think these ones were made while the logo was still was the old logo, sorry, because they started making the cast belts just before they changed the logo, and this is a cast belt. So this one is 4mm thick rather than the standard old 2mm thick that they originally produced, but I'll get into that. So the bag itself, it's the standard old zip bag, black. So you've got the black zip, as you do. This one also comes with the plastic wrapping around the belt itself, so it's a little awkward to get out, rather than just pulling it straight out the bag like you could with the old ones. And you also get some blue wrapping that goes on the gold tip, so there's a bit of gunk on there, but I'm sure that can be cleaned right off. But anyway, let's take a look at the belt. So yeah, this is got the old block logo, but it is WWE or WW rather than WWF. That, you know, that's always a damn shame, but it's better than having it non-logoed perhaps. But I don't know, maybe on a real one, it non-logoed might look pretty good. So up here you got the WWE logo with the registered, and you've got World, the fancy text. Along here you have Heavyweight, and then Wrestling Champion. I suppose the word wrestling doesn't go down too well in the WWE now, does it? So Winged Eagle, it's a bit of a funny name, since I would assume all eagles are winged, but nevertheless that's the way it was. So the wings on this eagle are pretty damn big, and you have the big eagle as well. I suppose the wings on that are bigger, but these ones are pretty big. So you got this sort of pattern here, the globe with the blue paint, nice bright blue paint. The eagle looking pretty badass or pissed off, and his claws are hanging on the ribbon which has the wrestling champion and the little globes here. So like I said, this is a cast replica, so the etching on it is pretty good. Obviously it would look a lot better on a handcrafted real belt. I'm not sure if the real one, I would assume maybe the real one is more curved, you know. This is pretty flat, there's a slight curve in it, but from here it looks quite flat, but then obviously from there there's a slight curve in it. It'll probably look a lot better on the real one. So here you got two wrestlers grappling. Same thing on the other side. Got some nice pattern here, and again there. So this is all flat in here, in between the eagle and the plate itself. You got that pattern. That pretty nice. These gold bars here, so there's one on each side. Big difference from a real one. These were the same on all the replicas. They're not attached to the main plate. So on the real thing, these 3 bars here, I believe, are actually connected to this main plate. So this, along with this and this, it's all one piece on the real one. But on the replicas, for some reason, these are just bolted on as separate pieces. So let me see if I can show you that. There we go. See, there's no, it focuses, there we go. It's no join. They are completely separate, which is very strange. Not sure why they did that. Maybe it was cheaper for somehow. But yeah, they're not connected. See how it bends? So on the real one, you wouldn't be able to sort of twist it like that and have that far piece protruding over the main plate and then this, because they're actually all connected as one piece. So these bars, they're not exactly straight either. It's sort of like got a twist in it. So can you see? So you've got the edge right there, and then that edge sort of comes up onto here, so it's twisted. So that's a nice effect. I didn't realize that until yesterday when I had a look at this belt. Pretty nice. So the side plates, you got 2 on each side. Sorry, focus. There. 2 and 2, and they are pretty much the same. So let's focus. There we go. You've got the WWE logo, and of course on non-logoed ones you would just have this sort of pattern, shell pattern, I don't know, without the logo, same as up on there. And you got the 2 wrestlers grappling, and the sort of some other pattern, and then it's flat on the plate behind, like that. And on this plate, same sort of thing, WWE logo with the wrestlers pattern, and then this side you got a curved edge. So over on the other side, that plate is exactly the same as far as I can see, but then this one, once again exactly the same, but you got the curved edge on this side. So as you can see, let's say right side, the right side of the plate, I'm saying right side because I'm thinking of wearing it from my angle, but I suppose from the camera's point of view, this is the left side. Left side, it's curved straight on the right. Right side, it's straight on the left and curved on the right. And then you've got the property plate, so this says WWE Champion. It actually doesn't say Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior, so it's got WWE Champion. Of course it would have been WWF Champion. And sorry, the property plate is actually 4mm thick as well, so that's pretty nice. Let me just show you the thickness of these plates. There you go. So good old cast replicas, they're 4mm thick. Oh, blimey. Right, so here you got the 5x2 female snap box with a gold tip. As I said, there's a bit of gunk on there, but that could probably be cleaned off quite easily. On the other side, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 8x2 male snaps. And you got the stitched on snap box here, so it's got the pattern, same as on the other side. So around the strap itself, obviously it's the simulated leather, you have the shell tooling with the stitching, and that goes up until the property plates rather than the whole thing. And get a good light there. I believe this belt was, let's say for argument's sake, designed by Reggie Parks. There we go. Shell tooling, blah blah blah. And that goes all around the edge. Now there are some variations of the belt where the wings actually protrude over the strap. A bit dodgy. I would if I was going to get a real one, I would prefer it like that, because it's less likely that you're going to get stabbed by it, let's say, if the wings protruded over the strap itself, and less chance of it breaking. I think at one point one of the wings or the top of the belt actually broke off in the TV ones that we're using. Let me flip it over. So on the back I mean, this strap looks very small. This belt is actually a really small belt. It was really small on like Hulk Hogan back in the day. Right, so you got all the bolts. There's no diamonds on this, or no parts that you can customizably, if that's even a word, take off. So these are all the bolts. You wouldn't really interfere with any of these. So you got the 4 here for the property plate and side plate, the detached bar that should be attached to the main plate. That's all the main. So those 3 are those bars. All the rest of the main plate. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, the bars, side plate, and the side plate. So here you got the official WWE authentic Replica championship title. So it's got the scratch logo, made in China again, www.shop.com, and the holographic logo, which actually has the, there you go, the new network logo, if you can see that. But anyway, there it is. So that's the old simulated leather. Once again, this strap's not too bad at all. So at least it sort of hangs a bit there rather than just being completely stiff. Don't get your dirty minds in a twist when I say that. But yeah, this is a very good belt. I'll put it on, see how small it is. It's a really small belt in general, and sort of have a look at the flexibility of the strap. So give you one last quick overview of the belt. Very nice. I wasn't overly sold on this belt when I'd seen it before on TV and everything, but looking at this replica, I actually appreciate it. It's a very nice looking belt. Rather small, but not too bad. It's not a major hiccup in my opinion. Really nice. You know, by all means, I would love to have this back on TV rather than the current WWE Network logo belt for the World Heavyweight title that they have right now. This just looks a lot classier. My favourite belt overall is the Big Eagle, the one that they introduced after this, after WrestleMania 14, when Stone Cold Steve Austin first won the WWE title. But this is a very nice belt, and I wouldn't complain if this made a return. So yeah, let's have a look how it looks around my waist and see what it's like over the shoulder. Okay guys, so let's now take a look at the sort of flexibility of this belt and what it's like around the waist of a 5'11", 6-foot person. As I said, this belt is pretty small in comparison to other belts, so if you saw my last video of the network logo belt, it's pretty small in comparison to that. So in terms of flexibility, the old floppers test, pretty flexible like that, curves pretty well. Can this belt be loafed up? It probably can be, but I don't really want to do it unless it's easy. Shit. Yeah, see, I'm clacking all the plates there, so it can be loafed up to an extent. Let me just make sure I haven't scratched any of the plates. Thank fuck for that. So yeah, flexibility is pretty good. Obviously you get a bit more flexibility here between the main plate and the side bar because they're not attached, even though they should be. Over the shoulder, let's do that. So pretty small, pretty much comes up to the size of my shoulder. So like I said, it's a pretty small belt, plate itself. So that, as you can see right there, because of the size of the side plate in comparison to the network logo belt, it's a lot smaller, so this hangs pretty flat back to my back. So the strap, you can see there, is pretty flexible and it's nice. It's not too stiff, so that's really good, even though it's simulated leather. So that's it around the over the shoulder. Let me try and put it around my waist. I just tried a little bit and the snaps were pretty stiff, so if this gets out of hand I might do a camera cut here. So let's see how tight I'm going to do this. So I'm doing, oh not bad, I'm doing this with one snap overlapping. So these actually click, you can hear them. There we go. Ah, not too bad after all. Flip this sucker around. Adjust the old Macho Man shirt. So Now I feel like the Macho Man, minus the hair and the beard and everything else that was cool about him. So, this belt's pretty small. You can actually see the bottom of my shirt. I don't know if you can on camera, but my rib cage or diaphragm is here. And then right here you got like where the fun starts for a woman. Yeah, so it fits snugly around my waist, right, perfect position, perfect size. The Big Eagle, as I said, is my favourite belt, so that'll be bigger than this, but this is a nice size. This fits very snug, so like I said, I'm about 5'11", 6 foot, what, 32, 33 inch waist. This fits very snugly, not a lot of open space, and it's firm, but it doesn't feel tight. And I'm not talking about a penis. So that's that. Like I said, fits snugly. So I'll give you a little Ric Flair whirl, or Macho Man, without looking too much of a prat myself. So yeah, that's that. Fits pretty good, I feel. Yeah. Like I said, it's a very nice belt. I appreciate it more when I saw this replica up close and in person. But my favourite belt is still the Big Eagle. But this is a very nice belt indeed. And, oh blimey, the snaps are pretty hard on that. So, that's that. So, if I could do my Macho Man Randy Savage voice, I would say that this is a very good belt indeed. And that was a terrible impression. Normally I'm pretty good, but on camera I suppose there's pressure on me. But anyway, fuck it guys. This is about the belt. So, that's a review of that cast replica belt. Very good indeed in my opinion. If you're a fan of the design, I would definitely recommend one of these if you just want to get a replica. I don't know, in terms of getting a real life belt, I don't know how hard that is now. I believe it's very, very difficult, if you can even still get them. Well, obviously it's going to have the WWE logo on it now. As a cast replica, it's very good. The bars aren't attached to the main plate. I have to keep reiterating that because it's a bit weird that they've done that. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, all that bullshit if you want to do that. Give it a thumbs up. Whatever. Follow me on Twitter. I post random WWE things or random things in general. Whatever, if you want to follow me on that. And I hope this video has been informative for you if you're thinking about picking up one of these. I would recommend it, like I said, if you're a fan of this belt, because it's very well made. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care.